As a Sega fan, I've come to realize that we are pretty blessed with a whole bunch of excellent shoot-'em-ups, and picking just one to cover is an incredibly daunting task. From the Master System, to the Genesis, to the Saturn, to the Dreamcast, all of these systems offer a great variety of shmups for all tastes, all skill levels, and to taunt me endlessly since many of them are expensive and needed to complete my Sega collections. Fuck you, Kyle Flying Squadron. I digress, though, as I think I found just the right game to review in honor of this wonderful genre we call shmups.
Lords of Thunder! This Sega CD port of the Turbo CD shooter is not only one of the best shooters on any Sega platform, it's metal as hell. It may not be as good as the original version on the Turbo CD, but that doesn't mean it doesn't rock any less, and it's the version I have, so I'm gonna damn well make do with it. So let's turn these amps up to 11 and let's rock out some Lords of Thunder.
Boom, right there. You already know your hair is about to get blown the fuck back. Oh, sweet. Intro cutscene. Let's see how insane and badass the story is.
The once peaceful land of Mistra was about to be plunged into a time of death and turmoil. Not since the Battle of the Gods during the time of the Sword had the beautiful countries of Mistral seen such savage destruction. In this battle, the legendary knight Drac with the goddess Luxina had sealed the evil god Deoric deep under the 6 continents of Mistral. The Garuda Empire's intention was to resurrect the evil god Deoric and to plunge the world into darkness. Protected by the mystical armor of Drac, Duran alone confronts Zornville and the Garuda Empire. Will Duran be able to stop the Garuda Empire and the resurrection of Deoric?
The fuck? That wasn't metal at all! I mean, the Dark Portal sort of was, but for real! That should have been flames and demons and people in ridiculous clothing that doesn't cover half their bodies! I want to ride the lightning! I want to be caught in the mosh! I want to be raining blood! All this ends up fucking telling me this cutscene is there's some kind of holy wars going on. I guess at least this justifies the destruction and it's basically the punishment that's due. Anyways, we've got to get this thing back up to speed and back into just fucking hardcore metal. We got to get straight into the game.
Lords of Thunder is a shooter with a lot of cool concepts that differentiates itself from the pack pretty wildly. Things that make it feel like no other shooter on Sega systems. For starters, there is a lot of freedom in how you play. You can tackle any of the 6 stages in any order you choose, and there is 4 different types of armors to choose from, which basically mean ships. First, there's Fire, which is great for close quarters combat, Earth, which drops bombs on the ground to take care of lower enemies as you upgrade, Wind, which gives you multiple projectiles that shoot in all directions in front of you, and Water, which will shoot both in front and behind you. This allows you to find a shooting style that fits to your preference. Like any good shooter, you'll pick up power-up icons. However, unlike most other shooters, these icons build up a meter, and once that meter hits certain thresholds, it upgrades your armor to a more powerful shot. However, when you get hit, the meter goes down, but that doesn't always mean you'll lose your power-up at the time, so continually collecting the power-up items is important. You'll also have a health meter that acts the same way, and once it's gone, you're dead, game over. You do have a few continues, but once they're gone, it's over, and when you do die, you restart from the beginning of the stage, not where you left off. Of course, you can help even the odds a bit with those crystals enemies drop when you kill them. This is currency for the game's store that you can visit before the beginning of each stage. Here you can purchase power items and extra healths right from the get-go instead of having to collect them throughout the stage, or you can buy shields to take damage without repercussions, extra bombs, or even extra continues, and actually buy extra lives so that when you die you start right where you began without any delay in game. However, they don't come cheap, so you'll have to make choices about short-term or long-term games as far as what to buy. The game visually is gorgeous. Great enemy designs, beautiful levels, and creative bosses add to a really enjoyable game. However, as someone who isn't great at shooters, I had no real trouble with this game at any point, so this isn't really a great game if you're looking for a true challenge. The difficulty was dumbed down considerably from the Turbo CD version to the Sega CD version, which is a lot of the argument for why people say this version is inferior to the Turbo CD version. But honestly, I kind of like it that way. It makes it a little bit easier for somebody like me who's not as good to kind of find an accessible shooter they can enjoy. But either way, it may be a good game for people who just want to get their feet wet. Of course, one of the most lauded parts of the game is its heavy metal soundtrack, and it is absolutely as beast as they say it is. Problem is, the sound of your weapon is going to basically drown out the music for a majority of the time you're playing, so instead of hearing the sweet riffs like this, you actually end up just hearing this. Yeah, while the music may have CD sound quality, the sound effects still sound like Genesis, and not some of the best Genesis sound effects I've ever heard in my life. However, when the soundtrack is at the forefront, god damn is it good, and it really does draw you into the game more. Once you take out all 6 stages, you'll find out it was all for naught, because the big bad still got the portal open, and now you have to go mess this dude up with all the power-ups. Great. You better go in prepared because this is truly the hardest part of the game, so get everything maxed out as soon as you can. Once you do start, Guardian comes in and boosts all your stats to max.
Damn it! I just wasted all those crystals and power-ups for nothing. They just gave them to me anyways.
Anyways, once you boost through the spooky level, you fight the guy in a couple different rooms throughout the stages, and then boom! You beat the game, and there's a small cutscene with little fanfare compared to the intro cutscene, and that's it. That's Lords of Thunder.
Lords of Thunder is still one of the most metal experiences the Sega CD or any Sega system has to offer. And while it may not be the most difficult shooter, or the prettiest, it strikes an awesome balance of presentation, solid gameplay, and a good difficulty curve to satisfy almost any Sega fan's itchy trigger finger. I know it satisfied my appetite for destruction. I'll be going now.
Hey guys, Gunstar here. Thanks again for watching another one of these videos. I really appreciate it. Just 2 quick things I gotta get out of the way. First, thanks to Lords of Thunder, a video game cover band supergroup that actually came together over this game's really awesome soundtrack. Their version of the Bosk stage theme is actually in the first half of this video, although we use the Sega CD's versions in the second half, so see if you can pick up the differences between the two. But they're also really cool dudes, so you should definitely click up here and check out their set from a couple of MagFests ago, or you can click on the link below and check out their Facebook page and their Bandcamp and whatever else is out there. Secondly, of course, if you haven't already seen, I am doing a new video series for Sega Bits called Hit Reset, about games that are generally considered bad and why I think they deserve a better reputation than they tend to get. We looked at the game Scud for the Sega Saturn for the first video, and hopefully we'll have some new ones coming from that series soon. Once again, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you've been seeing, please subscribe, or hey, if nothing else, leave me a comment. I'll get back to you. I love talking with Sega fans and retro game fans and whoever else just enjoys watching the videos. So thanks once again, and see you next video.